Hi, Scotty here from Open Air Cinema, and today we're going to talk about finding movies in the public domain. You've got the projector, you've got your inflatable screen all set up and ready to go. The popcorn's popping, the only thing missing at your outdoor cinema event is the cinema itself. You might think that the hardest thing about selecting a movie is digging through all the options in your digital library, but without the public performance rights, it's unlikely that anything in your repertoire will be available for legal display in a public setting. We're going to cover the basics on acquiring public performance rights for movies in a different video. But first, we wanted to tell you about one of our favorite resources for movies here at Open Air Cinema, the public domain. The public domain is an archive of movies that doesn't require any licensing to show in public. By showing some of these titles at your screening, you save your organization the cost and hassle of licensing a movie that is currently under copyright. The public domain isn't actually a place. It's a designation for intellectual properties which don't have any kind of government, corporate, or private ownership. These are films to which no one has any proprietary claim. That means no one is losing out on money, which is rightfully theirs, should people choose to pay admission to see your film. In fact, many of these films are considered to be the cultural and intellectual property of the public at large. Thus, they are available for anyone to use freely at any time and in any context they wish. A film might be considered public domain if it's published without any kind of copyright notice. Copyright law requires that the officially recognized copyright symbol appear in clear and readable letters at the beginning and end of the film. Of course, along with the copyright symbol, you must also include the year of publication and the name of the entity claiming proprietary rights. Many films in the public domain were released before copyright law came into existence. Many of them failed to include a copyright notice, and some of them didn't add the correct copyright notice. In all of these cases, a film would become public property immediately upon its release. Another way that a film might enter the public domain is if the filmmakers fail to register their work with the Library of Congress. Depending on a judge's interpretation, a film must be registered with the Library of Congress either immediately upon release or within the first 28 years of its publication. A registration is valid for 28 years before renewal is required. In either case, there are a good number of films and television shows which have failed to meet either of these requirements and have thus become public property. Now that we have the ability to share files on the internet, finding movies within the public domain is easier than ever. There are a few sites like publicdomain.com which allow you to directly download movies without any proprietary claim. Remember, it's important to respect copyright law. If you don't, you'll receive a cease and desist order and possibly be fined for unlawful use of someone else's work. If your organization doesn't have the budget to properly license a film, don't worry. There are still a surprising number of great public domain films and television shows you can show, from Night of the Living Dead to The Three Stooges and many more. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.